Stream has started.
All right, since it's been a while, why don't we run down the roll call of characters. Aubrey, who are you playing?
I'm playing Enna Asmodeon. She is a paladin of Asmodeus.
Nice, I love it. John?
I'll be playing Gilthor Strongheart. Forge Domain Cleric.
Guildhor.
Sure.
What race are you?
Hildorf.
Nice. Oh, 2 dwarves in the party. That's not common. Brian, who are you playing?
Shit, it's louder.
Theodore Bumpkin. A gnomish druid.
Which circle?
And Sergio?
Forest.
I'm Big Jim. I'm the world's tallest dwarf at 4 foot.
Hey, brother!
I'm a barbarian. And I hit things real good.
2 dwarves, and a gnome, and a paladin?
Oh, but the best part about this is, please tell me one of your weapons isn't blessed because I can make it better.
I got a great ass.
What was that?
He's a bear totem barbarian.
Oh my god, let's go!
What's Serge's character name again?
Big
Big
Jim.
Big Jim. I love it. I love how we're basically the same too. It's my favorite.
All right. So we are opening in this very standard sort of fantasy tavern, and there are people of different races. There's elves and half-elves and humans, and it's just chock full of people. And you guys are all here because you were sent here to meet with this mysterious letter writer who only went by the initial X. And so, you're looking around the bar, and you notice that this grizzled old man with one eye, he's a human, but he's got this fat, sort of red, bulbous nose, and he just has an eye patch over the missing eye, and he's sort of balding in like a horseshoe pattern. And as you guys all kind of get closer to the bar, he eyes you up with his one good eye and just sort of nods upwards at you all.
We're going to talk to him. Why?
No, you don't even have to.
Who sent us?
I head to the bar and I order a tankard of ale because social interactions make my brain hurt.
You are very quickly given a very large flagon of ale. Anyone else?
Enna will walk up to the bar and just sort of look around and just go, "Did you send us the letters?"
No.
Hmm.
What are you on about?
Barkeep, have you heard of a man named X? Or woman. Very, very.
Heard of a woman? She's the ex-wife. Big as a house, I tell you.
God damn it.
Twice as mean as a coyote.
What the fuck?
Hmm.
Did this lady have a dick?
What?
Not that I know of.
Okay, not our guy.
I can see that you're the shrewd one there, dwarf friend. So I'll give you this information. Ye be careful around these parts. There are folk who be on trying to get with ye. If you understand what I'm trying to tell ye.
Well, they don't call me Big Jim for nothing.
Good on you, good dwarf. Good on you. And do any of the rest of you want drinks?
Enna, I'll have a glass of wine. Red.
All right. So as you guys are all being given your drinks, you start to notice that that. Well, why don't you all roll me perception checks? So that's going to be a D20 plus your perception skill, Surge.
Oh, damn.
Well, that was not a good roll. $12.
What about the rest of you guys? What did you guys get?
21
18.
for Gil.
And Anna?
17.
Drinks
Okay.
red wine for
So-
fun. Ugh.
you all start to feel this sort of subtle tremor going throughout the bar, like it's just barely perceptible. And anybody who got over a 17, you can just barely hear this sort of faint, echoey voice that's just going, no, 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 pizza, pizza.
Oh my god.
Oh, so it's not a complete reboot.
Do you hear that?
That voice? I was just wondering what pizza was.
It's an old dwarven food. Don't worry too much about it. Because now dwarves are Italian. Don't worry about it.
Hey now, no, I'm not okay with that, alright? That's fucking Northern Dwarven. Us Southern Dwarves, we don't fuck with that.
Are you a mountain dwarf or?
Yeah,
a
they
dwarf?
put their sauce on top where Big Jim comes from.
No, I come from the kingdom of calzones.
Nice.
They eat their pizza on the go.
So as you guys are sitting here for a little bit longer, then all of a sudden the shaking starts to grow in intensity, and this klaxon starts going off in the background, and the entire bar dims to like this red hue, and it's just kind of flashing, you know, almost like a strobe light, the way that it's flashing, and this klaxon is just blaring, and people are looking around wondering what the hell is going on. And you can still just hear this echoey voice going, pizza! Pizza!
So just Gil's gonna walk outside like, the fuck is this?
Those of us who rolled a perception check below 17 hear it now.
Yeah, you hear it now.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, so. First of all, Great Sword of Sharpness is out.
Okay.
She goes, Pizza, what the fuck is happening? Barkeep, do you know anything about
Gil-
what's going on?
Gil, you walk over and you open up the door, and there is a large metal panel with sort of a seam down the middle, and it's completely closed off. And this entire inn is still just rocking and rolling, and you hear this sort of old man's voice scolding this other voice that just keeps saying, pizza, pizza!
Gonna pull out the battle axe and like poke the metal door.
It kind of makes a metallic sort of, ding!
Do I recognize the metal?
Yeah, why don't you roll me a history check?
All right.
And you have advantage because you're a dwarf.
and a cleric of the forge. That's all right. Okay, wow, 2 18s, so that makes it a history 22.
Titanium.
That's a lot of titanium.
Bartender.
What can I do for ye?
Quick question. What the fuck?
I'm not for knowing, but if I do figure something out, you'll be the first to know.
So you have nothing to do with locking us in here.
No, not that I know of. And then you see that from the large sort of crossbeams, a bunch of them open up, and you see these tubes sort of drop down, and they've got these yellow masks with bags on the end of them. And just shitloads of them drop out of these rafters.
I, Big Jim, have been in enough sex dungeons to know what's gonna happen next. I pull out my javelin.
Okay. So that's just the end of it, just javelin out.
Just javelin out and ready to go. I'm not putting on
Gotcha.
a mask.
I'm putting on a mask.
How many doors do we
What
see?
are the rest of you doing? So there is a stairwell that leads upstairs. There's a door sort of behind this bartender that you assume maybe leads to a kitchen or storeroom or something like that. And then there's the large double doors that you guys would have came in.
Can we see metal behind windows?
Yep.
Can I see upstairs? Are there rooms up there or anything like that?
Yeah, it would appear that there are. You're not exactly sure because all of the doors are shut, but you would assume that there's probably rooms up there.
I'm just going to start checking the ground floor, seeing if all the doors are blocked off.
All
I'll
right.
start with the kitchen behind him.
So everybody go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw. That is going to be it's a d20, and then next to your dexterity modifier, there's one that says save as well. And you're going to add that to the d20.
Oof.
Everyone within. Nope, never mind. That's not the R that I have anymore. Nope. All right.
I did better
11.
than
So everybody in 30 feet can get fucked.
All of you
Wow.
get fucked.
Yeah, we all suck,
wait.
apparently.
Wait, dexterity? Hang on. Never mind.
Yep.
Dwarves are not known for their dexterous nature. I roll an 11.
Yeah.
'Kay.
I got a -1, so I have an 8.
Okay.
So do dwarves have like proportional legs, or are they like Cotton Hill?
They're kind of like Cotton Hill. What's your roll, Theodore?
I got it. 6.
Okay, so Enna, as you are just kind of standing there taking stock of this situation, when the entire bar lurches and you go into 0G, you manage to grab onto one of the tables that seems
Jesus.
to be attached to the floor. However, everybody else goes flying through the air, and you collide with either the ceiling or the landing of the upstairs area, and so everybody else is going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash into various stuff and are now floating.
She's just pointing and laughing. Like there's.
Yeah, it's not great. Not a good look. But I jank.
Well, that's why I laughed so hard when Brian was like, well, we're not going to be in space anymore.
Well, it was implied.
He showed the fuck
You
out of
also-
you.
You also hear, you still hear over the intercom that old man voice arguing with the voice that just keeps saying pizza over and over again, but like with different inflections to it. And so it seems almost like they are communicating, you just don't understand the language. You know, like you can understand one side of the conversation, but the other side is just beyond your scope of understanding.
Is the bartender floating up there with us?
Oh, hell yeah, everybody is.
All right. I use my javelin.
Oh, you're just going to throw your javelin at him?
No. I'm pushing myself using the javelin.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming that we're in zero gravity, so I need some sort of propulsion to move.
Yep. And you want to go towards the bartender then, I take it?
Yes, and grab him by the scruff. What kind of check would I have to make for that?
Why don't you go ahead and make me an intimidation check?
Four.
Hey, get off of me, will ya? What's all this? What are you on about?
Can I punch the bartender as an attack to reduce the difficulty of the intimidation check?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Go ahead and make an attack roll. That'll be a d20 plus your strength modifier and your proficiency bonus. So I think it's plus 9 overall, but I'm not
21.
100% positive. Yeah, you jack him in the face. So go ahead and roll a d2.
A D2? I actually have one of those.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Otherwise, I just do half of a d4 or flip a coin.
Yeah, that's a coin.
Hang on, I gotta try to dig it out. Fuck it, I'll just roll a D4. 2.
All right, so plus 5 is 7. You bludgeon this man in the face very hard. Like, you hear a crack as his jaw, like, buckles under the pressure of your fist, and
Did
you
his
seem a
jaw
lot more
break?
intimidated. You don't think so, but you might have dislocated it for sure.
Ah, fuck, if I dislocated his jaw, then he can't speak.
I've got you covered, brother, and I'm gonna float over and cast Cure Wounds on the bartender, so that he can.
All right, he looks at both of you and is like, "What? I know just as much as ye do. I had nothing to do with this. I promise."
How do we have a relationship with the ground again?
It's a great question. Not too sure what the answer is, to tell you the truth.
Why hast she forsaken us?
Why are you talking like that?
What?
He's just talking a bit weird.
I know. Wait. What? Have you
What?
never heard an accent before?
No, it's been a bit.
Are you being dwarf racist, my good man?
No, I'm quite afraid of dwarves.
As ye should be.
That means he's dwarfophobic, isn't that like dwarf racism?
Wait. Big Jim makes a point. How do I get back on the ground?
How's about I let drinks be on the house for both of ye for the rest of the evening?
I think we can make that work.
Now about the ground thing. I got no idea what to tell you.
I use my javelin to sort of propel myself to catch the little droplets of beer floating in the air in my beard.
All right. What is everybody else doing?
Whoops. So Anna is. You said that she was still like holding on to something, so she's not floating around.
Yeah, you're not floating.
Okay, she will just sort of like, is there like a railing or something?
You're kind of like hanging onto a picnic table, and like those long sort of tables that exist in old timey taverns. And so like your best bet would be to either like crawl along these tables or to just like lock your legs underneath it and just chill.
That's exactly what she was going to do.
So as soon as you like sit into that seated position and rest there for a little while, a lap belt actually comes across, like comes out of this little compartment and goes across and sort of buckles you in.
Oh. Okay.
Um,
All
uh,
right.
I'm gonna use Gust to propel myself to. Is there another chair next to her?
Yeah, it's like a long bench with these long tables that go along with them, so you can
I'll follow suit.
absolutely do that. Same thing happens to you.
Big Jim enthusiastically pushes himself over to the bench using a javelin, while loudly declaring, "I've been in enough sex dungeons to know where this is going."
And once you sit down, you get strapped in.
I guess Gills is just like looking around, still floating, and then just like kicks through the air. It doesn't go anywhere, and kicks further and doesn't go anywhere. And finally realizes, oh right, battle axe, and uses that to hook himself and pull.
Okay. So as you are getting to try and put yourself into position, why don't you go ahead and make me an athletics check?
Okay. 9 plus 3, 12.
So everyone that is currently belted in, you feel this tremendous pressure, and you watch as everybody else that is not strapped in currently goes from floating into the air to immediately mashed down onto the floor, and they're just sort of being held in place. And as you guys are looking around, you can see that there are those tubes with those masks, sort of dangling in front of you. And would any of you like to put any of them on?
Stuck on the ground. Can't really do that.
Big Jim
I'd like to.
excitedly, Big Jim excitedly puts his on and quivers with excitement.
Oh, Gil, you did manage to get into it with that 12. Sorry.
Oh, okay. But by the sounds of it, like, didn't make it. Oh, shit. Okay, then mask is definitely going on. I've had enough of this nonsense.
All right. So then, as this goes on for probably a minute and a half to 2 minutes, and then there is this giant explosion, and all four of you are sort of like wrapped up in this plastic bubble that just like inflates super quickly, and you watch as pretty much everybody else is just crushed around you, and this little sphere just sort of holds a little bit, and you can smell the smoldering around you, and then the sphere sort of just collapses upon itself, and your belts release, and it would appear that you're kind of trapped in this wreckage, and you can still hear the soft crackling of the radio, and every once in a while you'll hear pita, pita. And so what would you guys like to do? Like, you're going to need to figure out some way to free yourself from the wreckage, and I don't know what that is, but you tell me.
Wait, how big of wreckage are we talking?
Like, it literally is completely enclosed around where that sphere was. So you guys have like a 10-foot sphere of area that you can move, and everything else is just like wreckage surrounding you. So yeah, go ahead, figure it out.
Hold on, let me see how big this is. How big this spell radius is, because I might actually have a spell for this. How many feet of material can fabricate affect? Do I need an item to use that spell?
Is the floor below us wood? Is the floor gone?
It's kind of like crunched in and turned into like this splintery, almost like it almost looks like the a cave with stalactites and stalagmites with like just these woods splintering all around. You know what I mean? And then there's a lot. There's also a lot of metal. It would appear.
Well, as Big Jim Senior, my father always used to say, "When shit's fucked up, go down." I start digging below.
Are you gonna use like your axe or something like that to assist you in that?
No, I'm just gonna use my bare hands.
There's dirt below us?
Okay.
We'll find out once I get through the shit rebel.
Why don't you go ahead and make me an athletics check?
$22.
All right. So Big Jim just starts prying up pieces of this floor. And metal, I mean, he just bends it aside, pieces of wood, and then eventually, after maybe a foot of debris, you manage to find what appears to be scorched earth, dirt, firmament, ground, whatever you'd like to call it.
Is it soft enough to dig through?
It would appear so, yeah.
I continue digging.
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
If he's gonna continue digging, I'm over here like artist fingers out, trying to figure out if I can use fabricate to move like a large chunk of material and make it into something, and I just see a giant hole being and I oh, I guess that works too. And so I'll cast a guidance on Big Jim, which next time he makes a check, he'll get to add a D4 to whatever he rolls.
All right. So, Big Jim, why don't you go ahead and make me another athletics check, and we'll
Here,
see what happens.
I'll roll the D4 for you here. You can just roll your stuff.
I rolled a 20, a nat 20.
Oh Jesus!
Oh shit!
What's this D4?
All right. Well, you don't need guidance. You
My
tunnel
beard.
much like
I have a
Loosen the
magic
pickle jar.
beard that always points up.
you tunnel down for 5 feet or so, and then start tunneling to the side, and you go for maybe 15, 20 feet, and then you just start tunneling up. And as you crest the ground, you can see that there's a lot of stuff smoldering. It would appear that you're in a forest of some sort. It's bright out, but it's a little bit like shadowy just because of, you know, the way the trees are sort of blocking the sun and stuff. But like a lot of the treetops in your general vicinity appear as though they've been knocked down by this inn crashing to the ground. And like I said, there is like stuff on fire almost everywhere.
I'm going to follow him out. What kind of terrain do we see?
So, like a forest,
So it looks like Earth.
like a temperate forest, yeah.
Do we notice any wildlife?
In the immediate vicinity, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
My question is, what happened to the rest of the patrons and the barkeep?
Oh, they were crushed up and mangled because they were not in position to get the protected bubble. Like
Always.
would have happened to you if you had rolled less than a 12.
Always wear your sex belts, kid. Anyways, I rolled a natural 4. I fucking fail.
All right. You don't think that you can see any animals about, which is really weird.
Hmm.
Any?
Can we hear anything?
Oh, Theodore, you hear plenty of animals. Like, this forest seems teeming with life as far as you're concerned. You just would assume that the giant crash and explosion probably just has a lot of them scattered off for now.
I'm going to call out in animal talk with beast size
In
small,
animal talk,
small or smaller. I'm just going to
What
do
dialect?
a range of different animals to say. I'm going to say. I'm just going to let them know I need their help. We require assistance.
I'd like to speak to the
you
manager.
Yeah. Manager. I kind of comb my hair up in the back so it's a little spiky.
you wait around for a little bit. Is everybody else leaving the wreckage then and joining them outside?
Yes.
I think Gilfor's gonna say a prayer for the dead and very briefly, and then follow the rest.
Um, so a raven comes and sort of lands on the ground, maybe 15 feet in front of you, Theodore. And he sort of starts bouncing up and down and looking at you and taps his head back and forth, sort of inquisitively.
Are you able to see if there are other people like us around here in the vicinity?
It nods at you, and it sort of makes like a cawing noise and flies up in the air and sort of zooms off in the direction towards the sun. And you would assume that it's west, but that's just based off of the time. You don't actually know that, but you would assume, and it sort of zooms off that direction. And then it kind of flies back and goes and lands back on the ground and caws at you again, and then it zooms up, flies in a westerly direction, and then it comes back and sort of caws at you and then dances around.
I'm going to dash follow it.
I mean, like, you are not equipped to move as quickly as this bird. Give me 2 seconds, please.
Yeah, I think the only person who has normal movement is Enna. Actually, that's not true. Big Jim's got the barbarian extra speed.
Yeah, I know I can do. Yeah, I think that's it.
But we got a gnome, 25 feet. We've got 2 dwarves, 25 feet normally, but Big Jim's got the extra 10 for being a barbarian up to 35.
I'm a 30.
Oh, are you? What?
I have squat nimbleness.
Oh, right.
But still, you're not fast enough to keep up with a crow. man.
I thought the crow was telling us to follow it, so I thought it would like wait for me to know it was gonna dash off without me.
No, I mean like it like shows you the direction and comes back. Like you're just very sure that animals like they'll give you information, they'll help you a little bit, but for the most part, unless they're like a direct companion of yours, they're not gonna hang around you.
Besides, Brian, don't you know birds are dicks?
This one
Fact.
sure
Listen.
is.
This is slander. Slander. Birds are not dicks. I will not stand for this.
Aubrey's our resident bird girl. She's our bird lawyer.
Uh-oh.
This is
I fucked
slander.
up. I mean, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
sweet
I'm just a
boy.
little racist against birds.
Racist.
Well,
Sorry.
I would surmise this is the best direction out of all 4 directions.
I don't know. Perhaps you're the bird expert to decide. I can't pick an accent for this character. Jesus.
If we're going to ask anyone what's going on, I suppose this is the direction to go.
Big Jim grunts in agreement.
Why don't you all make me a perception check, please?
Natural 20 plus 4 for 24.
Okay.
18.
Serge, Aubrey, what'd you guys get?
I got an 11.
All right.
22.
Okay. So everybody but Anna, you turn around and you can hear this loud sort of stomping sound, and not only can you hear it, but you can kind of feel the tremor coming through the earth. But it's not the same sort of like continual rumble that you were getting in the inn, but instead sort of like there'll be a pause and then like a, and you can sort of feel it, and then
Are they like footprints? Or
it
footsteps?
seems like it might be a cadence of footsteps.
Which
Oh, no.
But whatever
direction?
it is, it must have really, really large legs for it to take that long in between steps.
Do we sense a direction?
You would estimate like a southeasterly direction.
Mm,
I
all the
don't
more
like-
reason for us to head west.
Agreed. Double time.
Big Jim disagrees. Big Jim wants to defeat the big thing to prove that Big Jim is the biggest.
Uh-oh.
Good luck, old boy.
A typical Brian character.
I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on us if we're going to explore this monster that we hear.
Big Jim's
Okay.
taking us that way, I guess. I mean, unless Enna's got any good convincing words to not do this.
No, personally, I'm just interested in watching him fail. Lord Asmodeus will sort everything out.
Everybody gets plus 10
God
to
bless
dex.
you, Big Jim.
Stealth checks.
God fucking bless you.
Here's the problem. I have a -1 stealth.
Well, now you have a 9 stealth.
I have a
It's
9.
unfortunate that Big Jim has CTE.
So,
Alright.
all right, Pass Without Trace gives us plus 10, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Big Jim
Shit.
sees the rest of his party leave and begrudgingly follows.
Whoa!
we were gonna follow you into your great adventure,
Oh, I thought you were heading the opposite way.
and
No, we're just
they're into it.
we're just putting on some camouflage so we don't get got.
Oh, well, in that case, Big Jim readies his great axe.
Well, Anna just rolled a 30, and she'd like to take out the Great Sword of Sharpness.
I'm into it. Are you guys going to are you guys gonna try and find a place to hide, or are you just gonna kind of wait in this clearing? Like, what are you doing?
I was gonna stealthily head towards the noise until we can see something.
Okay.
I mean,
Is
if
everybody
we're
gonna follow Theodore?
I mean,
Big
yeah, if
Jim.
we're in a forest, yeah, might as like trees should hopefully provide cover as we get close.
Oh yeah, it seems like the worst place to be is close to the wreckage where a bunch of the trees were like blown away and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did we just
Big-
get dropped in Jurassic Park?
Big Jim strips naked so that way he doesn't stay.
Okay.
Big
Jim's
Jim,
naked.
Big Jim just lowered his AC a great deal.
No, he didn't. He's a
Barbarians
barbarian.
don't wear armor.
Oh, okay. What is
Shit.
Okay.
Shit. Yeah. Okay.
Don't bother. If honestly, is there anything really Never mind. Never mind.
Is there
Groucho
anything
Marx
really?
appears out of nowhere, and he's about crotch height for Big Jim, and he goes, "I heard that they called him Little Jim." Ah, cha 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 cha, and then disappears.
Wow.
Yikes.
Big Jim experiences a slight decrease to his personal self-worth.
So you guys are heading towards this cadence of footsteps, and everybody go ahead and roll me another perception check. This time at advantage because you can hear the direction that it's coming from.
16.
11.
Could they explain advantage to me real quick?
You roll twice, take the higher of result.
What kind of a check?
Perception, please.
17.
$22.
Okay, so Big Jim and Theodore, you are both sort of crouched down in the foliage, sort of peering, and you can see this large, sort of brownish and greenish lizard, and it's walking on two legs, and it's got this long tail and these short little stubby arms and this huge head, but like right behind its head is another lizard. And the lizard that is sitting in this saddle it's white in color, and it's wearing armor, and it has a sword in its hand. And do any of you guys speak Draconic, or do either of you guys speak Draconic, I should say?
No, but Big Jim is curious as to how tall the dinosaur is, the one that's being ridden.
About 20 feet tall, give or take a few feet.
Big Jim is that excited at the prospect of being 20 feet taller atop the dinosaur.
No, I don't speak Draconic. But I want to, before he does anything rash, I want to reach over and touch Big Jim and cast Bark Skin so that his AC will never fall below 16, just to be on the safe side.
I'm into it. So you also notice that this white lizard that's riding atop this other much larger lizard, it looks down at these two lizards that are like on either side of it, and these ones are much smaller, and their arms seem a little bit more muscular, but they're a very similar shape to the larger lizard, except for on their feet they have these large talons that just look massive. And again, riding atop both of these smaller lizards, you know what, we're going to get rid of the pretenses. So on top of the velociraptors, there is a black and a green lizard in armor as well. Would any of your characters be familiar with Dragonborn?
Anna would.
No.
Maybe?
I would have to roll a history check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do Dragonborn count as stonework?
They do not, no.
Yeah, so no stone cunning for you.
3. I don't think I know him.
18 for history on that one, so probably.
Well, you haven't seen them yet, though, because you rolled too low on your perception.
Oh, shit. Well, I will know when I do see them.
Huzzah! Would you get Big Jim?
Big Jim didn't roll, they're not stonework.
Oh, fair enough. Fuck it. All right. So, but after they sort of pause and talk to each other for a little bit, the one on top of the Tyrannosaurus nods at them both, and it sort of heads off back in the direction that it came, like that southeasterly direction. But the two riders on top of the velociraptors continue to come closer to you. I would say in the next probably 30 seconds or so, everybody would be made aware of these Dragonborn on top of the velociraptors, a black and a green one. and they're both wearing armor. You can't quite make out what they're wielding at this point. Maybe they don't even have their weapons out, but they're definitely wearing metal armor.
Hold on.
Can somebody give me an even or an odd number?
No, I can't do that. 6. Oh, or
Just say
odd if
even
you
or odd.
wanted. Odd.
Big Jim ready.
What is Big Jim ready?
He readies his great axe.
Okay. Anybody else?
Anna's just kind of hanging back. She's ready, but not making any movements.
Yeah, Gil's gonna stand next to Enna in this one and just be like, I'm gonna stand here and have my axe and shield out,
Well,
but I'm
you
not
had that.
going anywhere.
Didn't you have that history check earlier? And you see these lizard fellas now?
Doesn't mean I like them riding this other unidentified lizard that looks menacing.
But do you have enough time between when the lizard gets to us and now to give us some information about these things?
I mean, I think, yeah, it's like well, they're the race of people similar to us. What they want, I have no idea. Although, yeah, I can convey that. Oh, the Dragonborn. Does anybody speak Draconic? Because I certainly don't.
Nope.
Well, we're probably screwed.
All right. So are you guys just waiting for them to get closer then?
Yep.
Because it does not appear as though either of them have noticed you.
Okay, hang on a second.
And you'll be able to get excuse me, you'll be able to get an attack off before they know what hits them, you know what I mean?
Are there I'm going to Okay, I don't know how to resolve this because it's meta knowledge. Are the Velociraptors under a challenge rating of 1 or 1 or under? You're muted if you didn't know that.
No, they are not. Sorry.
Oh.
Well, this group of really needs.
Would it be I don't know, I've never been a druid much. Would it be possible to transform into like a lesser version of them that would be challenge rating 1? Like a tiny one?
You'd just be a lizard.
I
Yeah,
guess it could
that's
be
not
lizard.
like super helpful.
I think giant lizards are a CR.
But you can if you want. I mean, I don't care. Like y'all are pretty hard fucking core, but it's up to you.
It's weird because we're not 100%.
You could turn into a giant lizard. They're 10 feet by 10 feet.
Okay, I'll just discuss this with the party. They're coming this way. What are we going to do? Is this the battle?
I guess. If they fight us, we fight back.
So we wait for them to make a move before we strike.
Yes.
We could always offer a friendly hello. That sometimes works. I mean, worst case scenario, we still have to bash their skulls in, but we can at least try and be friendly.
Very
That's true.
well. I'm going to step out of the brush and
Okay, he's just going for it.
speak in whatever kind of lizard language I know.
They definitely do not seem to respond to the lizard language. You could try common though.
Greetings. We are lost travelers and mean no harm.
You are trespassing.
Well, that is purely coincidental. You see, we arrived here against our will.
Submit. Come see the queen. She will pass judgment.
That sounds like even more trespassing. If you would just direct us to the way off your property, we would oblige you.
We must escort you from it.
Very well, let's escort us off your property.
No, you must go see the queen.
You... You already... Give me one moment, I'll go back in the bush. Well, we're either going to see their queen, or we're going to make a run for it, or else it's going to be a bloody fight.
Big Jim likes fight.
Of course he does.
I don't know if a fight would be particularly wise. Though I don't know if going to the Queen's Court would be particularly wise either.
I don't want to go to the Queen's Court. We'll be surrounded by these things.
We go to the Queen's Court. There's really nothing that we've done wrong. We ended up here not of our own volition.
I already know I cannot outrun these things unless perhaps I can manage to transform into something faster, but it would probably be smaller and I'd have to leave you all behind. I think we're going to fight.
What? But that. But we don't even know where we are.
Alternatively,
so
I
we
can...
fight them.
Alternatively, I can put us all in a little hut and we'll be safe for the next 8 hours, but who knows if they'll rally an army and get, back up and come surround us.
It might be wise just to go with them. We fight them here. We get nothing.
We
only
fight them
then they
here.
want to kill us.
We fight them here. We have a chance to survive. We go back with them. We're completely at their mercy. And
We fight them here. We attack people on their own turf, and we look like invaders. If we go back with them, we are lost travelers. We will be able to defend ourselves to their queen.
they did state the queen would pronounce judgment upon us, which means we could be locked in a prison for any amount of time.
Any righteous judge would allow us to explain ourselves.
I'm going to fight.
Big Jim like fight, but what if judgment equal bigger fight?
You
I
would
like-
want to
I
go
wa-
to the queen just because it might mean a bigger fight.
Yes. I'm okay with this.
But Big Jim Democrat, Big Jim go with whatever party wins.
All right, here's what we're going to do. Big Jim and I will submit. They've already seen me. I can't get away. They haven't seen you two yet. You hang back and follow us from a distance, and that way, if anything happens to us, you'll be on the outside, able to break us out, or get away with your lives.
Hurry up, you have been in there for too long.
Just a
Big
minute.
Jim-
I'm relieving
Big Jim
myself.
like
Bring out your friend who you are talking to.
Big Jim jumps out of the bush and says, "Hello, I'm Big Jim, tallest dwarf, the beater of Cookie Jar."
You are submitting then? Please drop your weapons.
Does submit mean big fight?
Submit does not mean big fight.
But could there be the possibility of a big fight later? Big Jim curious.
No, our queen will pass judgment. Most likely you will pay small fine and be let go.
Oh,
Bureaucrats.
Big Jim know from experience that no paid fine equal big fuck fight. Big Jim submit.
He kind of looks at you weird for a second and then back away from your weapons.
Big Jim drops his weapons eagerly.
And then he gets off of the Velociraptor and goes over and grabs your weapons.
I only give him a hand axe and a dagger.
Okay. You will walk in front of us. Head west.
Oh, delightful. We were going west anyway. All right, I guess we're walking in front of him. And the other two managed to stay hidden?
Let me roll.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
I'm assuming that both of you, because you both still have the pass without a trace on, so yeah, you guys are fine.
So I guess we follow at a distance.
Okay. I would say after 3 hours or so, they stop and the green one looks at you, Theo, and he says, "We camp here for the night. Go get us firewood."
Okay, Big Jim eagerly gets up and flexes his muscles.
Not you. You stay here.
Okay, but Big Jim warned you that Big Jim is a cuddler.
I will be requiring my hand axe back.
You will get no such thing.
Well, then how do you expect me to get firewood?
Break it with your foot as a lever.
Do you see my foot?
Yes.
It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm
Quit
not
being
sorry.
a baby.
Damn.
Got him.
Big Jim really good at getting firewood, though. Why can't Big Jim and the weird
You
elfie
will
man switch
stay
places?
right here.
Listen.
Big
You're
Jim,
the only one that I'm worried about being able to overpower us. The small gnomish man is of no consequence.
We don't need any at any rate. Here. I cast create bonfire right there in the middle of the spot.
That was a lot of hemming and hawing for something very simple.
I wanted my axe.
Perhaps our queen will not be as nice to you as I originally had thought.
Big Jim smiles with excitement.
Big Jim is okay, though. We like him.
You're a very monotone fellow.
Big Jim's
What
sense of self-worth decreases.
What do you mean by monotone?
All right. So, I guess I'll sleep here then.
I will take the first watch.
Tell me, how many days of this are we going to be traveling?
About 2 weeks.
Oh, Jesus.
We will stop at the outpost tomorrow and supply up.
How large is this property that we were trespassing on?
The Queen's Forest is massive.
All right, let's say right now we were going to exit the property and not go to the Queen. How many days of travel would that take us?
You would still be trespassing for at least a couple of weeks.
This is preposterous.
The law is the law.
I'm going to lay down for the time being. We'll see if sleep happens
Okay.
or not.
All right. What are Gil and Enna doing right now?
Yeah, that's what I was
And-
trying to figure out.
Yeah, same. Enna is just kind of like she's just lurking, really. Like she's an eye on things,
Oh,
but like
actually, I need you guys to roll me new stealth checks because you
No.
don't have pass without a trace anymore.
No.
damn it.
Oh shit. Natural 20 minus 1. 19.
That's
Okay.
that's an 11.
So Enna, you're just kind of shifting just a little bit because you're uncomfortable in the position that you're in, and as you do that, you hear this loud crack of a branch, and immediately the green dragonborn that had been talking to Theodore, his head snaps over to attention, and he doesn't seem to have spotted you, but he pulls out. Hold on, let me see what weapon this dude has. My bad. He pulls out 2 scimitars and starts walking your direction, Enna.
Oh no.
She shit. Okay, so he's just walking towards me, not like
I mean, his scimitars are both out. But it doesn't seem as though like he knows that you're there or something because he hasn't said anything to you or anything like that.
okay, I'm gonna try to hide.
Okay. So, what are you doing, Gil? I will give you an action.
Gil is going to cast. If Enna's gonna be recasting stealth again to try and hide, I will cast guidance. But beyond that, if Enna gets caught, Gil will reveal himself.
All right. So, I think that as you're starting to, I assume that there's verbal and somatic to guidance.
Yeah, it's not great. It definitely doesn't.
Yeah, okay. So as you do that, the green dragonborn goes, "Come out, Dirt. Come out from your hiding place." "I know you're in there. I heard you casting a spell and breaking a branch."
What do we do?
I'm not moving.
Yeah, but what do we do?
"I'm going to start slicing at this bush that clearly has no living beings in it."
Fine. And she'll stand up with her hands up.
And
it's
Gil
this-
will do the same, but just like the top of his head's just barely visible through the bush. Like hands up, just out of the bush and like the top of the head.
"Did
It's just
we already catch you?" he says, looking at you, Gil.
What?
"Didn't we already catch you?"
Yes. No. What?
because there's 2 dwarves.
Does he not know the difference between dwarves? What?
I mean, you do all kind of look the same.
That's racist!
Listen,
What? You too? Of all the people in this party, I would have expected you the least.
"Submit
listen.
your weapons and come and see the queen."
So, oh, well, that's gonna be awkward because this is gonna be one of those like assassin drops weapons scenes.
Like,
Both a paladin and a forge cleric is like battle axe, hand axe, throwing hammer,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
dagger, light crossbow, sling bullets.
great sword of
and
sharpness, battle
other-
axe,
Other dagger.
movable rod,
Shield.
5 javelins.
Okay, you don't have to give him a
Smithing tools.
movable rod. That's not a weapon.
They
It looks like a staff.
They lead you both back towards the velociraptors, and the green one says, "Since you were not honest, we're going to have to take precautionary measures." And
Okay.
they go into a couple of pouches on the side of one of these velociraptors, and he pulls out these manacles that chain down to foot manacles as well. And he pulls out 4 sets of them and says, "All right, gnome, come here."
No. Wait. You can't chain them up. You can't chain any of us up.
"I'm going to chain you two, and I
You
absolutely
can't. I
can't."
have a skin condition. See how red it is? If you chain me up, it's just gonna.
I'll be sure to be gentle.
You don't understand.
These are the cleanest manacles I've ever seen.
That's not what it's about. Never mind.
So while all this is
When-
going on, I've been meaning to ask, can Big Jim do something?
What does he want to do?
So earlier it was said that the guards like him, right?
Yeah.
So Big Jim is asleep, but can he be asleep within reaching distance of one of the guards?
Sure.
All right, Big Jim cuddles up to the guard and wraps his arms around the guard's throat while asleep, doing an attack.
Roll at
Cuddler.
Roll at disadvantage. So that's roll twice, take the lower result.
Well, the high was a 19 and the low was a 3.
Oof.
8? No, wait, hang on. Strength?
Mm-hmm.
8.
All right. So I think that when he shoves you off, you kind of wake up from your sleep. And that'll probably be your turn for now. What is everybody else doing? Theodore, the green one is walking towards you with these manacles.
Listen, I am willing to cooperate, but not in manacles.
It is no longer an option. You have proven you cannot be trusted.
Listen. Just cooperate. Just
You-
cooperate.
Don't understand. We don't need our weapons. I would recommend just letting us go of our own accord.
Is that some sort of a threat?
That's
It's
cool.
an option for you to choose. We could go on our own accord, or we could do this the hard way.
I think I'm going to have to pick the hard way then.
God damn it.
Theodore,
I'm gonna look to whoever is closest to me for any sign of, are we doing this? Who's closest?
Shrug. You get a shrug.
Okay. Well, that's good enough for me. I call lightning.
Oh my god!
Okay. How does that work?
It's going to be a storm cloud appears in a 10-foot tall cylinder, 60-foot radius, and boy, this is a lot of text, more than I realized. Okay, bolt of lightning flashes down to the point that I can see. Each creature in 5 feet of that point must make a dex save.
Okay.
So is there a
that-
Is there a point in between them? What's one where I can hit the most of them with one strike with 5 feet of the
You're
point?
only going to be able to get a velociraptor in this green one.
Those are the only ones within 5 feet of each other, or 10 feet.
Yeah, so basically, if you're willing to hit Big Jim, you could probably catch a velociraptor and the black one and Big Jim. But
Big Jim gives a
otherwise,
thumbs up.
Big Jim's pretty big. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot for more of them.
Well, I mean, it's the same amount no matter what. The only more part is Big Jim being added.
All right, I'll spare him.
So I got a 15 on my dex check for the green one. And well, the Velociraptor is a 12, so that fails, I imagine.
Yep. It's gonna be 3d10s. 3, 4, 6 is 13 damage.
Does anything happen to the green one since he saved, or no?
I'm looking here. Half as much.
Okay, so 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
On each of your turns until the spell ends, you can use your action to call down lightning in this way again.
Cool.
Yeah, this is
That's
about
fun.
to get real messy.
Especially since like none of you are next to your weapons.
Oh no.
What are you talking about?
So-
Big Jim has 2 guns right here.
That's fair. What are you
I don't
doing,
need it.
Big Jim? I'm going to give you all one more action before we roll initiative.
Well, I thought I already had my turn.
Yeah, you can have one more action before we roll initiative.
Big Jim, after being awoken, jumps to his feet. Or is that 2 actions?
You're fine.
What was the other thing?
Well, I mean, he was shoved awake, so he just stands up and curb stomped the guy that was rude as fuck.
I mean, you would have to throw him on the ground first before you could curb stomp him. Like, I think that he's kind of like in a seated position. So you'd have to
Oh.
like grapple him, and then next turn you could curb stomp him. You know what I mean?
Well, can I slap him?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Go ahead and roll an attack roll. And that'll be strength.
10.
That does not hit. You kind of whiff over him as you try and backhand him. Are you adding both your strength and the proficiency number?
No, so that would be a 13.
Okay, that still does not hit, but that's okay. You just should remember that going forward.
Okay, so I miss him. Do I like fall forward and we touch lips?
Yep, absolutely. There's a small but passionate kiss. Gil or Enna, do you want to do something?
Oh, I see.
How close is Anna to the nearest one?
I think from the green one, you're like maybe 15 feet away.
Okay, let me check on something real quick.
I have a good spell. Just remind me what they're wearing, actually. I do. This is important.
So you have both of them are in metal armor.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Never mind. If they're 15 feet away from me, then. Wait. Actually, yes. She'll go, all right then, and she will cast Burning Hands.
Oh.
Okay.
In the
Is that a
duration
save on my part?
charity.
It's
Okay.
definitely
That's a 5. I'm gonna guess no.
Nope, and that is. Let me get my dice. Getting other dice other than a d20 out would have been a good idea. So that is 9 points of fire damage.
All right. And then Gil, what are you doing?
So which one has the manacles?
The green one that's nearest to you.
Is that the one that just got hit with burning hands?
Yep.
All right. He's wearing metal armor. I am going to cast heat metal. spinning off a little bit of that burning hands flame, and now there is no save for this because he's wearing the armor. He just takes straight up 2d8 fire damage because his metal is incredibly hot.
Does anything? Does it matter if the armor has magic to it?
Excuse me, let me see. Maybe it does actually. I'm checking here.
I'm just asking. I don't actually know.
Okay, so I'll read the heat metal spell. Choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or suit of heavy or medium metal armor that you can see within range, which is 60 feet. You can cause an object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with that object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast a spell. Until the spell ends, you cast as a bonus action. You turns to cause this damage again. If the creature is holding or wearing an object and takes damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw to drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn. It does not have a...
Yeah, then it doesn't matter. Clearly, it does not matter. All right. I was just curious.
So, yeah, until it can manage to take this off, it's kind of fucked.
Fair enough.
8 plus 5 is 13 fire damage, and Gil will say, "We will go peacefully, and I will make it stop if you agree not to put the manacles on us."
That is not an option.
Then you shall burn.
I love how we're threatening them, just even though they're
We're
the police
fucking
officers.
We're fucking cry bullies.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative then.
Fair.
It's like the most condescending cooperation ever.
Damn it.
Holy shit.
Oh, gotta love that negative initiative.
Nice. So Sergio, you're just going to be rolling a d20 and then add your dexterity modifier to it.
Oh, okay.
So you have a 9 then, Brian?
No, I was
my
just
God.
saying because she and I got the same number.
Oh.
Gotcha. Anna, what's your dex mod?
Plus one.
Okay. And what did you get on your dexterity or on your initiative, Big Jim?
15.
Gotcha.
Hang on, I was looking for my D5.
You got
Found
some
it.
goofy dice.
T5. Didn't even think about that.
Oh, right, there are 2 raptors that I really can't do dick to.
There's 3 dinosaurs and 3 lizards.
There's two dinosaurs and 2 lizards.
What about? I thought there was a T-Rex.
There was a large one, but remember it turned around and started heading back in the direction from whence it came.
This just got easier.
Maybe. So that is going to bring us to the green one who drops the manacles and pulls out both scimitars and charges at you, Theo. The first one is does a 15 hit your armor class?
It meets.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, it does.
The second one is a 16. And then I will also action surge, but I'll deal that damage real quick first. So, oh wait, I have an extra attack before I action surge. So the first attack is for 8 slashing. The second attack is for 6 slashing. and the third one will hit you for 11 slashing, and then action surge. That one's going to be a miss. That one hits. All right, so 2 more is 7 and 8 slashing damage.
7 and 8. What was? There were some damages before that.
There was a lot of damage before that, Brian.
You were just calling out numbers. I thought you were attacking me.
No, I did damage. So you got 15 from the second round. The first round was 9, 11, and 10.
9 plus 11 plus 10. And I'm going to
I'm gonna hit the
use
dice.
my reaction to turn invisible.
You can do that?
Yep.
No.
Okay,
Once per rest.
nice.
Till my next turn.
Awesome. That brings us to Big Jim. What are you doing?
Okay, question. If I had done that on his first attack when I first took damage, would he still be able to attack me? I wasn't sure.
I mean, he had disadvantage either way, so it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not like he can get super disadvantage.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, John already gave him disadvantage by heating metal.
I wasn't sure what the rules of invisible were.
How close is Big Jim to the guy that's burning right now?
You're kind of far. I would say you're like 20 feet away from there, but if you exit from the combat with this black dragonborn, you will take an attack of opportunity as you run away.
All right, so let's see. Big Jim goes for the easy kill, but risks getting smacked. Or Big Jim faces this other big guy. Brian, can you give me even or odd?
Odd.
Big Jim stays and fights.
Whoa! That was a big important decision.
Big Jim
Why
has
don't you go ahead and
he's impulsive.
roll me some attacks?
All right, so Big Jim.
The first thing that I would recommend doing in combat is raging.
Big Jim has a rage.
You do a
I would
mad.
recommend using it.
Big Jim has a big upset.
Awesome.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
So
now
what does
you
the
get
rage now do?
You get resistance to all damage but psychic, which means you take half damage to any damage that I deal to you. You also get to deal 2 extra damage on any melee attack that you do.
All right, Big Jim flexes his muscles, and he fucking does a left hook on this big lizard fuck.
Go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
7. $17. Cat, what the fuck?
That will definitely hit. And so that'll be D2 plus 7.
$9.
Holy shit.
Big Jim's the biggest dwarf.
You can hit again, by the way. You have 2 attacks.
All right, Big Jim fucking rises up and slaps him across the face with his fucking foot.
All right. Go ahead and make another attack.
That's a 30.
Holy fuck.
I just got
What?
a natural 20.
Okay, yeah. You definitely hit, and you will also deal double damage. So multiply whatever your result is by 2.
Holy shit, I rolled another fucking 2. I can't believe this right now.
So
I'm not
18.
fucking with you, I swear.
It's all good, dude.
18.
18 damage. Fuck yeah. You dude, this time you do break his jaw.
Is
That
he still alive?
Oh yeah. Yeah, these guys are not pushovers.
Alright, I hope I made him mad.
Then that will bring us to a raptor that is going to charge at you, Big Jim, and try and attack you. I'm guessing that an 8 does not hit your armor class. What about a dirty 20? Does that hit?
It does.
Okay. So that is going to be... So that's going to be 8 damage, but you take only half of that because you're raging, so you take 4.
Alright, question for you.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the character sheet you gave me. On the hit die section, it says 8d12. Does that mean I should have rolled a d12 and added 8?
No, next to that, next to that, it actually has your full hit point pool. Those hit dice are just used for healing. They're not used for attacking at all.
Oh, okay, thank you.
No problem. And then that will bring us to another raptor that I think is going to charge at Gil.
Oh no.
So Gil, 17 against your armor.
Damn it, just meets.
All right. And the second one, yeah, that's a dirty 20. So that's 7 damage on the first one. And the second one is 11.
Alright. 18 damage total. Let me see if I can maintain heat metal. I do not lose concentration. Okay.
All right. Then that brings us to Theo.
Since I'm invisible, can I just leave without taking an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'm going to go. What would I need to do to go hide somewhere?
I mean, not really a whole lot because you're in the woods, you know what I mean? So really just pick a direction and just get behind a tree or into some foliage. It's not difficult at all.
Okay, and I'm taking my full 30 feet to do it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
Why
cure
don't you
wounds.
pick a cardinal direction for me?
Away from this thing, opposite of this thing.
Let's call it north then. And yeah, you can go ahead and cure wounds then.
4, 5, 6.
Anna, what are you doing?
Okay. So she's not bound. She had just cast Burning Hands on this guy. How far away is she from her weapons?
25 feet.
Okay. So she will go over and do that. She'll go over and grab those.
Okay.
And then to throw a javelin at one of the raptors, would that be an action or an attack?
That's you're out of actions. You moved and picked up all of your shit. I think
That's true.
You can do a bonus if you have a bonus, but beyond that, I think you're good.
Yeah, I don't. Go for it.
Right on. Then that will be the black one that is going to. What kind of a weapon did I give this guy? Oh, cool. He's going to pull out his battle axe and he is going to take a couple of swings at you, Big Jim. And I'm actually... So the first one's a fucking 11. That does not hit. But the second one is a 21. And I'm going to go ahead and add a level 2 smite to that. So yeah, that's fun. So that's going to be... So it's going to be 6 slashing damage and then 12 radiant damage, which you take half of both of those. So it's 3 and 6. And this guy looks very troubled by the fact that you are not very hurt by this. And then last but not least, I think it is you, Gil.
About time. Well, I'm not going to keep. I'm going to keep concentration on that heat metal, so that guy just takes straight up another 2d8. He can make a He can make a Constitution saving throw at this point to avoid all the disadvantage for the next round, though.
All right.
That's only shit. It's 5 fire damage into it.
He really might have. I rolled a 13 on the die, and he has a +5, so that's an 18.
Oh yeah, that beats my 15 DC. So doesn't have disadvantage, but still takes 5 fire.
Gotcha.
I got a raptor in my face and no weapons. This is good.
Yup.
Good times. Oh, and raptors are raptors. I have words. Yikes. Out of curiosity, how far away are my weapons?
About 25 feet.
Well, on the other side of the raptor from me, or
If you ran away from the raptor, you would be heading towards your weapon.
son of a bitch. I was hoping on the other side of the raptor so I could just like edge around it this round. Damn. Okay. Well, shit. I don't have very many punchy, fighty spells. I'm a cleric. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna Sacred Flame this raptor. So no need to
Okay.
save. Which...
All right. Nat 1.
Hell yeah! Alright. So that takes 12 radiant damage.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it looks rough. Because this one's already taken a little bit of damage.
There we go. And that's then I'm gonna square up to this bitch then. I'm not gonna run away. If I can maybe hit it one more time.
Okay,
Not take an attack of opportunity.
well, here's the biggest problem that you have going for you, though. The green one only has you for a closest target, so he's going to go ahead and move in on you because it is his turn.
Oh no. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's see if he can hit me.
Question.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, never mind. I just saw it right now. So for his bonus action, he is going to, like, you see him sort of sniff away some of the blood in his nose,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh,
he
yeah.
heals up a little bit.
Yup. It's a fighter. Action. That's only a bonus
And-
action, too.
And he does not have disadvantage this time because I saved.
Yup.
19 on the first one,
Yup.
and much higher on the second one, 25. So
Both of those are gonna hit.
that will be so that's going to be 9 on the first one and 7 on the second one.
16? Not that bad. I'm fine. I'm barely half health.
And then after him is Big Jim. What are you doing, Big Jim?
Big Jim spits the blood out of his mouth stares down his opponent, and readies another fucking backhand.
All right. Go ahead and you have 2 attacks too, so you can go ahead and roll both of those.
Am I still a big upset?
Oh yeah, you're gonna be raging for the next minute.
I'm not fucking kidding. I just rolled another nat 20.
Nice. Okay, roll another d20 then.
This one was an 11, so plus 5, 8, 10. That'd be 21.
Okay, so they both hit. So go ahead and roll damage on the first one and multiply it by 2. Big Jim is a
16.
fucking beast. Holy shit.
16.
All right. Yep. And what's the second one?
The second one is 8.
All right. This dude looks rough.
Big Jim laughs.
Oh, I love it.
Says, "Come on, brother. Fight just begin."
So then that will bring us to the raptor that is on you, Big Jim. He hits. Holy shit, I just rolled 2 19s in a row.
Oh no.
Half damage, you'll
So
be fine.
right. So 10 on the first one, so 5, and 8 on the second one, 4. I
What was
think
the
like
first
Big
one?
Jim has like it was 10 on the first one.
And then the second?
The second one was 8.
Had to plug it in my Excel spreadsheet. 58 health.
Oh yeah, you're doing fine.
Yeah, I've got 30 for reference.
Big Jim flexes his biceps. Also, Big Jim is still naked, right?
Oh fuck yeah. Absolutely.
Gross.
You never told me you put clothes on, so
Barbarians
that
it was.
brings us to the Velociraptor that is on. Oh, did you roll concentration checks
Oh,
for that damage?
shit. Yeah, you're right. I did
Yo.
that. But I do succeed, so all right, we're good.
All right. The Raptor first one 17.
God damn it! Stop hitting my AC.
Well, now I rolled a 17, so that second one also hits.
Oh my god. Yo, you figure you come in with a pretty good AC. You're not gonna get hit all the time. Get hit all the time anyway.
So that's 10 on each.
Oh, Jesus. So I succeed with a natural 20 on my concentration, but I'm only at 10
Oh
health.
shit.
So I'm only at 10 health, but that heat metal's still going.
Like a boss. Theo, what are you doing?
Love to be a dwarf.
I'm gonna cast Dust Devil. They're it's safe to say they're within 60 feet of me.
Oh yeah.
I want to cast it in such a hold on. So Big Jim has an adjacent dinosaur, is that right?
Yep.
And so does John.
Yep.
And are the dinosaurs positioned in a way that I could reach them both within what's the range on this? Oh, it's within 5 feet of the Dust Devil. They're not like within.
No. Nope.
I think I'll choose the one next to Big Jim.
Okay.
I should be able to position it to hit the dinosaur and not him, right? Just the edge
Yeah,
of
that's
this
not
thing.
a problem.
It's going to be a strength save,
Okay.
which you should be good at, I would assume.
Actually, that is a 10.
Oh, right on. That's going to be 7, and I'm going to cast it as a 3rd level. I should have declared that before, but I thought it.
Don't you lie to me, Brian. Always cheating as spellcasters. I know how you roll.
8, 9. 9 damage, and he's pushed 10 feet. Which I hope means that Big Jim gets an attack of opportunity.
He will. So go ahead and roll a ragey attack, Big Jim.
Oh, Big Jim will eagerly roll. 26.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
9.
So, Big Jim, you watch as this weird sort of like wind demon appears out of nowhere, and it serves you up a fastball special of dinosaur that you just wind the fuck up and give it the old fucking Popeye spin on your arm for a couple of twists and just bow right in the fucking kisser of this dinosaur, and it just flies off in the opposite direction of where you just hit it, and it crumples to the ground and does not seem to be moving anymore at all.
Big Jim laughs. Now, question. Are there any, like, sort of leaves or something within arm's reach of Big Jim?
Yeah, sure.
Big Jim grabs a leaf and wears it as a garment.
Okay.
I fucked up.
What?
I was playing by the Storm rules, but actually this doesn't say if you enter. It says, or no, it wasn't Storm. It's Daggers. It says if you end your turn in it, then you have to do that.
Oh. Well, it's too late now. It's dead. Fuck it.
Okay.
Spellcasters.
Anna?
Good one, Brian.
Yeah, you fucking cheater.
Don't get mad at me. I gave you a free attack of opportunity.
I wasn't mad. I was congratulating you. I was like, hey, thank you. You helped increase Big Jim's feeling of self-worth.
Little help here, Anna. Use a little help.
As a bonus action, I'm going to move the Dust Devil to the other lizard.
First of all, Gilbert, don't fucking rush me. How,
Damn it.
right, so I was 30 feet away from where I was originally. There's only one left, you said?
No, there's a dinosaur and the green one on Gil, and then there's a black dragonborn on Big Jim.
Okay. How far away am I from the green dragonborn on Gil?
25 feet.
Great, I'm gonna move and then coming in with the great sword of sharpness. I am so excited for this. So that is gonna be okay, please. That's a 9.
To hit? Because that's going to be a no from me, Doug.
Yeah. And then I do get 2 attacks, so oh, that's much better. That's a 23.
That'll hit. Yes, that'll definitely hit.
Okay, and then 15 damage because, max the weapon damage.
Nice. All right. So 15 on him. He's not looking that bad, to be honest with you.
Ugh.
That will bring us to the black one, who is going to... what is the black one going to do? He is going to hold out his hand, and like this radiant energy is going to appear in it, and he's going to touch himself, and you watch as his wounds sort of begin to heal.
Lay on hands. Wonderful.
And he looks much better now to you, Big Jim. And then that will bring us to you, Gil. What are you doing, homie?
I'm gonna cast a 4th level Cure Wounds on my damn self.
Fair. Fair.
All
Big
right.
Jim's sense of self-worth shrinks.
God, and I rolled like butts. 7, 8, 11, 12 plus 4. I only get 16 back. Oh, but there is still going to be 2d8 fire damage because I won't lose concentration.
Why was that +4? You should
Huzzah.
get. Oh,
5 fire damage, Constitution saving throw to not have
Okay.
problems.
So that's 16 on the con save.
Oh my god, yes. So
Okay.
close.
How much was the fire damage again? I'm sorry.
5.
Gotcha.
I am my d8s have decided to all of a sudden roll like butts.
Huzzah!
It's good. It's like that's all I'm rolling right now are d8s for healing and fire damage, and I'm getting lots of 1s.
Well, and you know what really is kind of a happy sort of thing.
It's hit the
That,
green Dragonborn's turn.
Yeah, it's the Green Dragonborn's turn, and he
You
is going to really, really make your fucking world not good.
No.
Hold on, I need to read exactly. All right. So wait, why would I do this? I'm looking at Green Flame Blade, but it takes away one of my attacks.
Yeah,
Although I
you'll
can still take one as a bonus action.
Yeah, you'll lose
'Cause
attacks.
You've got
if you
two
use green.
weapons.
Oh, green flame. That's fire damage. Yeah. Okay, hit me.
You know what? I won't do that then. Oh, good call, John. Thanks for that. I'll just attack 3 times instead.
That's fine.
Nat 20.
Yeah, it's good times.
The second one is a 4 on the die though, so that
Oh,
one's not
thank
gonna hit.
So it's still effectively 2 hits.
John. Nat fucking 20.
I swear to God.
Jim laughs, knowing that there can only be one dwarf.
All right, so the first one is 10 from the crit.
Okay.
And the second one is, so what? 6 plus 5 is 11 times 2, so 22.
Considering I only had 16 HP left. God damn it. What is it with you and just like ending my characters? I blame you, Brian, by the way.
what?
Fair.
What do you mean, what?
You shrugged. You gave me the shrug signal. You could have shaken your head.
Okay.
Big Jim?
Yes?
Oh, hey, do you want to give me a... Oh, wait, never mind. You're unconscious. I was going to ask for a concentration check, but
Oh, no,
we don't-
that fire's done.
we
That's
don't need it.
No.
Big Jim,
Yes?
what would you like to do?
Well, Big Jim is fucking sick of this black kobold shit. How far away is this black kobold from Big Jim?
He's right on you.
Alright, so Big Jim will get a running start, jump in the air, and fucking drop kick this son of a bitch.
Go ahead and roll me 2 attacks.
Alright, the first one is a 27, and the second
yeah.
one is a 19.
Oh, yeah, both of them hit. Go ahead and deal damage.
They both deal 9.
All right. He's back to not looking so great. That brings us to the one raptor that is on I guess the raptor that was on Gil is going to move in towards Anna. 12 versus your armor class, I'm assuming does not hit.
No.
John, I just nat 1'd on Anna. I have been doing nothing but hitting your character on Anna. I rolled a fucking 7 and then a nat 1.
What?
Just payback for T-Berry.
What? Oh, again? Hold on a second. I did what?
Big Jim is such a manly fucking dwarf that he just eliminated you through serendipity.
God damn it! This is what I get for bringing D&D-ass D&D character with me.
Theo, what are you doing?
What's the battlefield like right now? Who's left?
You've got Laird, the Green Dragonborn, sort of next to the Velociraptor that's like whiffing, trying to attack Enna.
That's all that's
And
left.
then you've got the the Black Dragonborn that's on Big Jim, but the Black Dragonborn looks rough.
He's adjacent to Big Jim.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to move. Let's see. I'm going to move my Dust Devil over to the black one. Or, I mean, unless Big Jim moved, it's probably still there anyway. And
Yeah, pretty much.
So that means, I don't know, did the black thing actively avoid it? You just go on the opposite side of Big Jim?
No, you just didn't remember to remind me, so, fuck you.
Well, you let me cheat last time, so I guess that's fair. Yeah, I'll move it to that thing, and then I'll just let that hang there.
Okay.
I will just sit here.
Enna, you've got a Velociraptor and a Green Dragonborn on you. What do you want?
All right, come here, you green motherfucker. Oh shit! That's gonna be a 24 to hit
Oh, fuck yeah.
for 15 damage.
On that Velociraptor, you lop its head off.
Then I'm just gonna do
You could attack the Green Dragonborn with your other attack if you wanted to.
yeah, and then but can I take my bonus action in between the two attacks to use Divine Smite?
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
That's not a bonus action. You can just do that.
Oh shit! So I was thinking Brandy Smite. Got him confused. All right, and that's a natural 20.
Holy shit, roll it again.
It's a 5. So
Nope. Okay, well, no lopping off of limbs, but you still get to deal the extra damage.
okay, so that's. Let me get out my d8s. And I'm gonna
And
use.
you deal an extra 4d6 slashing damage on top of that.
Oh
Jim nods
jeez.
in
Okay. God, I love paladins. All right, so that's gonna be 3d, and I dealt an extra 4d6.
Yup.
Do I roll those or just take the max for the thing?
You roll them.
Okay, so that's 15 plus 8 is 23 plus 2 is 25 plus 6 is 31. So that's 61
Holy fucking shit.
times 2.
Okay, so here's what happens.
Not finished. Don't take this away from me.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so that's plus 14, so 60. That was 61. Did I say or 62?
61.
61 plus 14 is 75 times 2.
150. All right. So here's what happens. You swing your sword, and rather than using the edge of the blade like you normally do, you swing just an overhand chop going down with the flat of your blade, and it connects and just just liquefies this green dragonborn. Like, he explodes in just a shower of gore. Like, you have never seen something take as much damage as you just dealt it in that very moment. As a matter of fact, that might be the most damage that I've ever seen done at a D&D table in one singular attack, but that's beside the fucking point. And as that happens, I think that the black dragonborn like throws down his weapon, like, I'm fucking good, dude. Like, we're good. Like, we don't have to fight anymore. And I think we will end it there for the evening.
Can we do some very, very quick cleanup before we end it?
Like what?
I want to bring John back to life.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Big Jim disagrees with this decision, but he believes in democracy. He will defer to
But
the
also,
party
just
vote.
want to say. Or go ahead.
Yeah.
Just for
Now, what
like
do you want to
cool,
say, homie?
just for cool effect, as she brings it down, like drops of blood hit her skin and they sizzle
Oh my god.
because she's a fire genasi.
Jesus.
Just
Big-
wanted to say that for flavor.
I like it.
Big Jim scrubs off the mud that is still caked to his skin, using the blood of his enemies.
I cannot believe you rolled over 17 that many times.
Neither can
Dude.
I.
Dude.
Thanks, Brian.
And the best part is everybody else I wasn't really hitting that much. Like, it was, fairly average. For whatever reason, I would roll and the dice would not roll below a 15 anytime that I attacked you, John. It was like the dice knew.
It wanted me dead.
D-
They were out for my blood. Which
yeah,
is fair.
I don't fucking know,
honestly.
man.
It's fair, honestly. It happens. Dice be that way sometimes.